So first, let us see what this theorem states. Then we will see an example. So what it states that in any linear network, with one or more voltage or current sources and several resistances it's not in any, it's just any linear network with one or more voltage or current sources and several resistances is replaced by a single voltage source in series with single resistance. So this is the theorem statement. Any linear network with one or more voltage or current sources with several resistances in the network that can be replaced by a single voltage source in series with a single resistance. Right? So this is the statement of Thevenin's theorem. Right. So we'll see a simple example. What does this theorem states? So let us consider one simple circuit. So let us consider a simple T network. The single voltage source V and three resistances R1, R2, and R3. Okay. So what does this theorem states? So what is the statement? In any linear network with one or more voltage or current sources and several resistances is replaced by a single voltage source in series with a single resistance. So this means that the circuit, something like this, with one or more voltage or current sources with several resistances, this entire network, this can be replaced by a single voltage source in series with a single resistance. So this is the meaning of that statement. So any linear network with one or more voltage or current sources with several resistances can be replaced by a single voltage source and single resistance. Okay. Then what about the magnitude of this resistance and the voltage? How to calculate that? So what is this value? So let us consider this example, this network. So across the terminals A and B. So these are my load terminals A and B. So across these terminals, so if you see from the terminal side, this is my network. right? So if you see from the terminal side AB, this is the entire network, T network with a voltage source V. So across these terminals A and B, across these terminals A and B, this entire network can be replaced with a single voltage source and a single resistance. So this is that statement meaning, to say simply, right? Across any two terminals, we can replace the entire network with a single voltage source and a single resistance. So this voltage source and this resistance are having a specific name. So that is Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance. So this is Thevenin voltage, and this is Thevenin resistance. Right. So VTH is Thevenin voltage and RTH is Thevenin resistance. Now the question is how to find out this Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance. Now we'll see. So this is my circuit T network, what we have considered. So voltage source V. How to calculate VTH? It is just simple. So what is this voltage? So that means where you are want to replace the circuit with the Thevenin equivalent. First we need to decide, right? Here I want to replace this entire network across the terminals A and B. So across these terminals A and B, I want to replace this entire circuit with a Thevenin equivalent circuit. Then how to start with? So what we want to calculate first. So we need to calculate what is this voltage at the terminals VAB. So this what we are calling it as open circuit voltage. So this is known as open circuit voltage. So that is equal to the Thevenin voltage VTH. Right. So how to start? First of all, we need to decide where we need to replace the circuit. First, we need to find out at which point I need to replace this entire network with its Thevenin equivalent. So here, my interest is to replace this entire circuit at the terminals A and B. So first, what I need to calculate? First, I need to calculate this open circuit voltage, right? So across this terminals A and B, what is the voltage available? So that voltage is known as open circuit voltage. So that voltage is VTH, right? So how you can calculate this voltage? Just by using KCL or KVL. So what we are familiar with. So you can use that KCL and KVL and we can calculate this open circuit voltage, right? So let us take an example, then it will be easy for us. This is terminal A and this is terminal B. Let us say this is 10 volt and this resistance is, let us say, 2 kilo ohm and this is 1 kilo ohm and this is 2 kilo ohm. Okay. So what is it? We need to calculate this open circuit voltage. So that's what we are going to VTH. Right. So by using either KCL or KVL, we need to find out what is VTH here. Right. So let us say we will apply KCL here. Let us say this is the P. Now can anyone tell me what is the KCL expression? We consider these are current directions. How can we apply KCL?
V minus 10 by 2
Yeah, V minus 10 by 2
plus
plus
V minus V by 2. Just V by 2, sir.
just V by
Then plus V minus VA by 1.
V minus
VA by 1.
that is V0. Okay. Here the question is, what is the current to 1 kilo ohm? Can anyone say what is this current? How much current it will flow? Or whether there is a current flow or not first? Yes. So if you write KCL equation, that is V minus 10 by 2 plus V by 2 plus V minus VA by 1. So that will be equal to 0. Okay, fine. Now the question is, whether is there any current flow in 1 kilo ohm resistance? See here. VA is open circuit, right? There is no connection here. There is no branch. Then how current will flow here? V minus VA. See, if there is any branch here, so let us see if there is any resistance, then we can have that current flow. But since here we don't have any such branch, so there will be no current flow in this 1 kilo ohm resistance. So this term will vanish. This won't be there. So then that means whatever the voltage that is available at this terminal VA, the same voltage will be available at this point V. So these two are same. So since there is no current flow, this indicates that there is no any potential difference. Right? So that means whatever the voltage that you are calculating at this point, terminal VAB, that is equal to the voltage drop across this 2 kilo ohm. Right? So there is nothing new. So I'm just applying the simple rule. So if there is no current flow means the potential difference between these 2 points is 0. Or in other way, whatever the voltage that is there at this point VA. So just a minute. Hello. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, where are we? Right. So we have applied our KCL expression. So what we got, V minus 10 by 2 plus V by 2 plus V minus VA by 1 equal to 0. So this what we have wrote. Now what we have observed from this circuit. So since these terminals A and B are in open, there will be no current flow in this branch like this. So there will be no current flow here. Right? Why? Because there is an open circuit. So this is open circuit. There is no branch. Right? So that means what we can write. So since there is no current flow, say for example, if this is the branch, so I'm saying there is no current flow in this resistance. So what does it indicates? So let us say this terminal is V1 and here the voltage is V2. If I say the current through this branch is 0, so this means that the potential difference across this branch is 0. Or in other words, what we can say, the potential at V1 and V2. So let us say this is terminal 1 and this is terminal 2. The potential at these two terminals are same. So I'm applying the same rule. Since there is an open circuit, there is no current flow in this 1K resistor. So that what we can say, what is the VA value that is available here, that is available at this node, right? So with this, what we can write. So instead of V, I can directly write it as VTH, right? So the open circuit voltage is nothing but Thevenin voltage. So I can write VTH minus 10 by 2 plus VTH by 2 equal to 0. Now what will be the VTH value? What is VTH now? So is there any doubt? If you have any doubt, you can ask.
VTH is VA, sir.
Sorry?
VTH is VA, sir.
Yeah, VTH is nothing but VA.
It's 5, sir.
It's 5 volt. Okay. Any doubts up to now? How to calculate Thevenin voltage? So you may people get confused at this point. Why? How this VA value is equal to this node voltage, right? So is it clear how this voltage, VA voltage, is equal to the node voltage? Is that is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Shall I proceed to next?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now, so let me revise you what we have did. So first, in any circuit, so if you want to replace that entire network into its equivalent Thevenin circuit, first we need to decide what are the terminals. So at what terminals we need to replace this entire circuit. So here I'm interested in at this point, terminals A and B. So this entire network I want to replace with a Thevenin equivalent like this, a single voltage source and series with a single resistance. So what we are calling it as Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance. So first one, what we need to find. First we need to find what is the Thevenin voltage, then how to calculate. So here I am interested in the terminals, this A and B. So first of all, we need to calculate what is the open circuit voltage across these terminals A and B. Right? So how we will be doing that? We will be using our simple KCL and KVL laws, and then we are calculating what is this open circuit voltage, and that open circuit voltage is VTH, that is 5 volt. Now, how to calculate RTH? So RTH we can calculate in two ways, so that I will explain you both. So this is my T network. This is the terminal A and terminal B. Right. So this value is 2 kilo ohm. This is 1 kilo ohm, and this is 2 kilo ohm. Right. So here we can calculate this Thevenin resistance in two ways. So one is directly by looking into the resistance that we are seeing from the terminal A and B. Okay, then what about the voltage source, sir? This voltage source is replaced with its internal resistance. Right? So that we have already seen in superposition theorem also. So we are replacing the internal resistance means, for since the voltage source is ideal, internal resistance is 0. So that means we have to replace with a short circuit. If it is a current source, that will be open circuit. Right. So I will explain again. So in the entire circuit, how can I calculate the equivalent Thevenin equivalent resistance of the network? So across the terminals A and B, what is the resistance that we are seeing from this point? Right? From this point, what is the resistance that we are seeing? That resistance is nothing but RTH, Thevenin resistance. How can you calculate? So you just replace, otherwise I will write it here. So replace all the independent sources with its internal resistance. Right? So this is the first way. Right? So whatever the resistance that is any doubts? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts up to now?
No, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So while calculating this Thevenin resistance in this way, so the total resistance that is seen from the terminals A and B. So how can you calculate? So the thing is, first we need to replace all these independent sources with its internal resistance. So here we are having one voltage source, and that voltage source is replaced with internal resistance. So since the voltage source is ideal, here we are considering internal resistance is 0. So that's why we have replaced with a short here. Now you tell me which resistance are in series, which resistance are in parallel. If you see from this side, right, from the terminal side you need to see. Now you tell me which resistance are in parallel, which resistance are in series.
Sir, R1 and R3 are in parallel, and for the effective resistance we get, R2 is in series with them, sir.
Yeah. So R1 parallel R3, and this entire resistance is in series with R2. Right? Is it clear? Any doubt how to calculate RTH? So RTH, how we can calculate directly? So first replace all the independent sources with its internal resistance. That means if it is voltage source, replace it short circuit. If it is current source, replace it open circuit. Then you just see what are the resistance in series and what are the resistance in parallel. You just find out the equivalent resistance of the circuit. So that is RTH. Okay. So what is this value now? So this is 2 parallel 2. Yes, of course, this is in kilo ohms, and this is 1. Then this value will be 2 kilo ohms. The another value you have got 2 parallel 2, that will be 1 kilo ohm, and 1 plus 1, that is 2 kilo ohm. Is it fine? So RTH is 2 kilo ohms. Right. So this is one way. How can you calculate RTH? So what is another way? So let us say this is terminal A and this is terminal B, and this is voltage source V. So let us say that is 10 volt, and this is 2K, and this is also 2 kilo ohm, and this is 1 kilo ohm. Right. So in second case, what we need to do? Short circuit the terminals A and B, then find out what is this short circuit current, ISC. Right. So in first case, what we did, to replace all the independent sources with its internal resistance, then calculate the equivalent resistance of the circuit, that is RTH. In second case, don't disturb any of the voltage or current sources, just place a short circuit across the at the terminals A and B, then calculate the current flowing through that short, that is ISC, short circuit current. Right. So this is what we call as short circuit current. This we need to calculate. Okay. So again, same, how we can calculate this short circuit current? Again, simple, we can apply your simple KCL KVL rule. We can find out what is this short circuit current. Right. So now what is the KCL expression here? V minus 10 by 2 plus V by 2 plus V by 1, and that equal to 0. Now can you tell me what is this node voltage V? See, if you have any doubt, you just ask. Hello.
2.5, I guess.
2.5. Okay. So this is 2.5 volt. Right. Then what about short circuit current? How much current it is? What is this ISC value? See here. This is ISC current, right? The current flowing through 1 kilo ohm resistance is nothing but ISC, isn't it? So whatever the current that is flowing through 1 kilo ohm resistor, that current is nothing but your short circuit current. So what is that value?
2.5 milliamperes.
2.5 milliamp. Right. So now how to calculate RTH? That's very simple. RTH is equal to open circuited voltage by So open circuit voltage by short circuit current. Right. So what is open circuit voltage? How much we got? VOC at terminals AB. We have calculated open circuited voltage. How much it is? See here, VOC is nothing but VTH, right? Open circuit voltage across the terminals AB is nothing but your VTH by ISC. So what is VTH? VTH we got 5 and ISC is 2.5 milli. So this is equal to 2 kilo ohms, isn't it? Have you got this value? RTH 2 kilo ohms. Yes. Any other value have you got? Hello. Is there any other value? Okay, fine. I think no one. Okay. So whatever the RTH that you have calculated with our previous technique. So finding the equivalent resistance by replacing all the independent sources with internal resistance. So that is 2 kilo ohm, or otherwise what we can do, we can calculate the short circuit current at the terminals A and B, then find out what is RTH. So how we can calculate RTH? Open circuit voltage to the short circuit current. So that value will give you the RTH, right? So in both the cases, this is 2 kilo ohms. So you can use any technique, that's your wish. So VTH is the same, open circuit voltage. But for calculating the Thevenin resistance, either you can follow this first technique, calculating the equivalent resistance in the network, or otherwise calculate short circuit current and take the ratio of Thevenin voltage to the short circuit current. So that is the Thevenin resistance 2 kilo ohms, right? Now, so whatever the network that we are interested in, the T network across these terminals, A and B, so that is replaced by a voltage source equal to Thevenin voltage of 5 volt and a Thevenin resistance of 2 kilo ohms. Right. So this is the way how we can replace that entire circuit with a single voltage source and a single resistance, right? So this is the way how to obtain the Thevenin equivalent circuit, right? So up to now, is there any doubt? So finding VTH and RTH. Up to now, is there any doubts?
No, sir.
Yeah, if you're feeling uncomfortable, you can type in chat box also.
No doubt,
If
sir.
you're- Yeah, yes.
No doubt, sir.
Yeah, okay. So then I will proceed to next thing. So up to now, what we have seen? We have seen that network across the terminals A and B is replaced with its Thevenin equivalent circuit, VTH and RTH. Now we need to verify this circuit. How do we do that? Right. For that, what we will do? So we will take our original circuit. So this is 2 kilo ohm resistance R1, and this is R3, and this is R2. So let us connect a load resistance RL. This is my terminal A, and this is my terminal B. Right. So how we can verify means, so let us say this is my circuit. So instead of this terminal C and B, I am having some load resistance RL. So let us say this value is something like 100 ohm. So you can take any value, just I am considering here 100 ohm resistance. Right. So now how can I verify this circuit and this circuit is same? Right. What we have said, this circuit can be replaced by like this, say across this A and B. So what we said, this entire circuit can be replaced by something like this. Now we need to verify whether this is right or wrong. So how can we verify? So first we'll calculate what is the response in this load resistance IL. So for your actual circuit, so this is not equivalent circuit. First we'll calculate what is the response in the RL. So that means we are calculating IL, or you can calculate VL. So whatever it may be. So let us take the current IL. So first we'll calculate this response. So again same, we can apply a simple nodal analysis. So we can write V minus 10 by 2 plus V by 2 now this is V by 1K, or how we can write this is 1.1K equal to 0. So what is V value here? Calculate V value. So here nothing we are doing. We are just verifying whether this Thevenin equivalent circuit is correct or not. What we have said, this entire network is equal to this Thevenin resistance in series with Thevenin resistance. But we need to verify. How I am verifying? First, let us take our actual circuit. So instead of having the terminal A and B just like that, I have connected a load resistance of 100 ohms. Then I am observing what is the response. So that means current through this load resistance. First, I will calculate what is this load current in this actual circuit. Then again, I will calculate what is this load current if we replace with Thevenin equivalent. If both are same, then we can say these two are equal. So this is the thing. Right. So for that, what we are doing in this actual circuit, we are calculating the response. That is load current IL. How we are calculating, and just applying the nodal analysis, and then we will calculate what is IL. Okay. So how can we write this current equation? So just apply KCL equation. V minus 10 by 2 plus V by 2 plus V by 1.1 K. So that is equal to 0. Now what is V value? Hello. Are you people are listening?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no one is responding. Only just one or two people are responding. Well, number 5. 5 is there. Roll number 5 is there. Roll number 5 is absent. Then 10. Roll number 10. Ten is also absent. Then 18. 1 8. Someone reply. How much? 2.619 milliampere.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. So then what about IL? Current through the load resistance. Sorry, that is not 2.69. This is voltage. Sorry. That is volt. 2.619 volt. And what is IL?
0.002619, sir.
Yes.
26.19 millivolts. Milliamperes.
Sorry, how much? Otherwise, you can just type in chat box. Yeah, I couldn't hear that value. Yeah, you just type in milli. Okay, let us take that is okay 261. Okay, 261.9 milliamps. Right. Then the same way, you just calculate for this Thevenin equivalent resistance. Sorry, Thevenin equivalent circuit. What is the current IL? So what is this value? VTH by RTH plus RL. So VTH is 5, RTH is 2000, and RL is 100. So what is this value? So what is IL here
Milli, sir.
for Thevenin circuit?
2.38 milli.
Sorry,
2.38 milliamps.
2.38. To check for this one, both should be same. Or if you did any approximation, don't do that.
Sir, in
Whatever.
both 2.382.
Sorry,
In both 2.3809 milliamperes.
both are 2.38.
Yes, sir. There here 100 ohms plus that 1K we should add now.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We need to add. Yes. So then it will be 2.38. Yeah. Okay, fine. So now we have seen that the response in these load resistance RL, so that is IL. So what we have got, so if we apply our basic nodal or mesh analysis, so whatever the response that we have got for the load resistance RL, that is equal to the value what we have got in its Thevenin circuit also, right? So in this way we can verify, so whether this Thevenin resistance, sorry, not this Thevenin resistance, this Thevenin equivalent circuit is correct or not, right? So what we can do is, across the terminals we just replace some load resistance. Instead of having an open circuit there, just replace a load, then find out the response by applying some KCL or KVL equations. Then again, in the Thevenin equivalent circuits, at the terminals A and B, place the same load resistance and again calculate the response. Right?
Sir,
In
whatever
both-
may be the circuit given, should we replace with that same Thevenin circuit, sir? Like 2 kilo ohm and 1 kilo ohm?
Yeah, this T network. What I'm saying is this network.
Even the values should be same, right? Like for every question we solve.
Sorry, I didn't get you. For every?
In that T network, we took 10 voltage as source, right? So for every question, should we take it as 10 volt?
Yeah, that is your wish that you can take. So I will give the circuit. For which circuit you need to verify.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, for explanation, I am taking this T network. So for your practice, I will give another circuit.
Sir, in the question, actually it is 5 volt, right? VTH is 5 volts. But
Yes,
then
yes.
in this network, we took 10 volts, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So whatever the circuit that we have taken, if you replace with its Thevenin equivalent, that voltage will not be the same, right? We won't get same 10 volts at the terminals. So we are replacing the equivalent voltage and equivalent resistance at the terminals A and B. So instead of having this complex circuit, we are replacing with a single voltage source and a single resistance. So
Okay, sir.
understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't get confused. We are verifying whether this Thevenin equivalent resistance, whether this Thevenin equivalent circuit is giving the same response as to that of original thing. That we are verifying. Understood? So what we have said, across these terminals A and B, so we can replace this entire circuit like this. So that we are verifying whether it is true or false. Right? So we are calculating the response in the load resistance for the actual circuit, then find the response using its Thevenin equivalent circuit. Both should be the same. So like this we can verify our Thevenin's theorem. Right? Okay. So we will simulate the same thing in the tool. Okay, let me open the tool first. So now is this tool window is visible? Hello.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay. So first, let us build our circuit. So R1 is 2 kilo ohms. And R2 is also 2 kilo ohms. And R3 is, sorry, R2 is 1 kilo. R3 is 2 kilo ohms. Then again, what we require voltage source and a ground. V1 is 10 volt. So this is our network. So this is my terminal A and this is my terminal B. First, what we will calculate? We will calculate open circuit voltage. So for that, what I am doing is, instead of measuring the voltage probe, I will take a multimeter. So this is top on. So take this multimeter and just connect it. Now you see like that. So this is open circuit voltage is 5 volt. But so this is VT H. Now how about RTH? So if you want to calculate RTH, so we have discussed two ways. So one is calculate short circuit current, or otherwise calculate equivalent resistance by removing all the independent sources. So this is the open circuit voltage. If you want to calculate short circuit current, just go to this button. Right. This is V, that is voltage. This is A, this is current. How much we got? 2.55 milliamps. Right. So whatever the value that we have got, so this is VTH. Just a minute.
Sir,
Yeah.
Multimeter is there, sir.
Which one?
Sir, in the sense we use online simulator, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
In that multimeter is not there, I think, sir.
Yeah, I think multimeter is not there.
So what
Then
do
you
we
can
do,
use
sir?
voltage probe. So see what, yeah, that I will show you then.
Okay, sir.
Right. So if you're using online tool, then I think multimeter will not be available. Then in that case,
So we'll have probes, sir, like current measuring probes.
yeah, you can use probes. So what we know is, since there is an open circuit, there will be no voltage here. Sorry, there is no current here. So only voltage we can have, right? So if you measure voltage at this point or at this point, both are same. Right. So this is my actual circuit. This is terminal A and this is terminal B. So what we know is this, since this is a open circuit, there is no current flow. So that whatever the voltage that we are measuring here, the same voltage will be here also. Right? That's what we have seen. So you can simply place this voltage probe here. Then you can verify what is this voltage. Right? So that is 5 volt. Right? And how to calculate short circuit current. So we have already seen, just replace with a short here, then take this current probe, now find out what is the short circuit current. Is this okay? So if you are using online tool, you'll be having only probes. I think you won't have access for multimeters and all, not be available. So you can use this voltage probe and current probes like this, right? So if you want to calculate short circuit current, directly place a short at the terminals, then find out what is the current through this probe. So that is 2.5 milliamp short circuit current, right? That's what we have already calculated. And the voltage is 2.5 volt. Right? So for your reference, I am giving the circuit what we have solved. Right? So this node voltage is 2.5, short circuit current is 2.5 milliamp. Right? So this is the way how you can calculate the open circuit voltage and short circuit current. And that ratio is the Thevenin resistance. Right? So any doubts up to here? Okay. So I think this is fine. This is clear. We will take the same circuit. Right. So what we did for the verification, so instead of having the open circuit there, we will take some load resistance of 100 ohms. And connect across these terminals. Now find out the response. So that means the current through this load. Right? So what we got is 2.38 milliamps. Right. So now we need to verify the response with its Thevenin equivalent. So that also we will do. So I will stop my simulation, then take the resistance of 2 kilo ohm to RTH, then for load resistance 100 ohm, then a DC power source, and again need to have ground. Right. So let us build the circuit. So this value is 5 volt. Now take the current probe and place it across 100 ohm resistor. So now if we observe the response in this load resistor, that is 2.38 milliamp, right? Whatever the response that we have got with our actual circuit, that is 2.38 milliamp, the response what we have got with its Thevenin equivalent circuit is same, right? So this is the way how we can verify the superposition theorem. Thevenin's theorem, right? So first we need to calculate what is this Thevenin voltage and what is this Thevenin resistance. So how to calculate Thevenin voltage? So Thevenin voltage is obtained by finding the open circuit voltage at the terminals and find the short circuit current, take that ratio, that value will be the Thevenin resistance. Now verify the Thevenin circuit by connecting a load across the terminals and find the response. That response should be the same, right? So this is the way how we verify the Thevenin's theorem, right? So is there any doubt how to do the experiment? Okay, fine. So for your practice, so I will include one more branch. So I think this is you have already solved for your superposition theorem. So take the same circuit. So this is the terminal A and B and some load resistance RL. So let us say this is voltage source of value V, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. So this is the circuit for your practice. So verify Thevenin's theorem for this circuit, right? So first we need to calculate the Thevenin voltage. So how we will calculate Thevenin voltage? So first we need to find what is the open circuit voltage. So listen here properly. First we need to calculate open circuit voltage. So that means first we need to remove this RL. Right? Open circuit voltage means first we need to remove this RL, then calculate open circuit voltage. So that is VTH. Then again replace the short, then calculate ISC. Take that ratio, that will give you RTH. Right? Then you just proceed the way what we have solved. Restore RL back into the original circuit, find the load current, then find the load current with its Thevenin equivalent. Right? Okay, so let me write the steps here, so then it is easy for you. Right? So first what we need to do, first remove this RL, at the terminals A and B. Then find the open circuit voltage at terminals A and B. Then find short circuit current. ISC. Then again find RTH. Next, restore the RL at terminals A and B. Then obtain IL current. Then again find the IL by replacing the circuit with its Thevenin equivalent. Right? So these are the basic steps that you need to follow. Right? So for the given circuit, just remove the RL at the terminal C and B, find the open circuit voltage, that is VTH, then find the short circuit current, take the ratio, you'll get RTH, then replace that RL at the terminal C and B, then find the response IL current. Then again, what the Thevenin equivalent circuit, what you have obtained with the VTH and RTH, in that circuit, replace the terminal C and B with the load resistance RL, then again find the response. Both the responses should be the same. Right? So this is the way how you need to proceed. Right?
Sir,
Yes, yes.
sir, the IL we get in 5th step and 6th step should be same, right?
Yeah, should be same.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. So then finally what you will get is the load current, the response in the load resistance RL should be the same with your main circuit, and that value will be equal to the response if we calculate from the Thevenin equivalent circuit. Right? So if both are same, then we can say this Thevenin's theorem is correct. Right? So like that we will be verifying our Thevenin's theorem. Right? So follow the same procedure. And how you are calculating that open circuit voltage, short circuit current, that is up to you. Either you can use mesh analysis or you can use nodal analysis. So that is your choice. So whichever is easy for you, you can go through it. Right? There is no rule like KCL or KVL and again, while choosing the resistances also, that is up to your wish. So what is the voltage that you are choosing? So here, while discussing, I have given some 10 volt. So R1, R2, R3, some 2K and 1 kilo ohms. So that is up to you. How much resistances you are taking for R1 to R5 and similarly for RN. Right? So final thing is the load current should be the same in both the cases. Right? That we need to show in the verification. Right? So similarly, in the tool also, go through the same thing. So first build the circuit, then show the open circuit voltage, show the short circuit current, then response in RL for the main circuit, then response in RL for the Thevenin equivalent circuit. Right? So while preparing documentation also for the tool, to follow the same procedure. Okay. So is it clear? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, you just
Sir,
ask now. Yeah.
Sir, Thevenin voltage is the voltage at that particular node, right? Just beside A.
Yeah, yes. Since this is an open circuit, what are the voltage that you are seeing at this point? That is equal to VA.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then. Is there any other doubts? Anything? So if there is no doubts, we'll close the session.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So you can use the same link for the submission. So,
Okay, sir.
right? So for all the experiments, not only now, for remaining experiments, so use the same Google form link. So maximum tonight or tomorrow morning, I will enable the link again. So you can just submit there.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.